this way before. Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, 'cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal, 'cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games you play, can't take it personal, 'cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do.
Dun, 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 dun. Woo-hoo. I'm gonna 7:30. What it look like? 7:30. What it look like? Eric Gomes, appreciate you. Case of Boy, appreciate you. Young World, Birdman, Super Bro, Sean TG. What it do? Hit the like button. People gonna pile on in. I know many of them forgot, but hey, we gonna work through it. 7:30 it is, y'all. 7:30 it is. It's trailer time, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for coming in, man. See how we work with this adjustment. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, between time, it's trailer time. I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries. And can you expound on that?
Yeah, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
How many? They said it was at least 15, y'all. At least 15, y'all. Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here, man. Appreciate y'all coming in here, man. Thank you. JP, Era JQ. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Oak Park. So we did the list, y'all. We did the list. It was tons of fun. Congratulations to Kyle's family. Congratulations to the Davis family. She graduated. She's now a medical assistant, nurse in that medical field somewhere, somehow. So I want to extend my congratulations to her, to the shop. And yeah, man. So congratulations. And speaking of PPD has been acting a tons. You know, she got her she's SAG and AFTRA. And I'm gonna tell you how beautiful the shop is. I'm gonna tell you how it works out for all of us. She we booked a few people from a casting agency. And the most beautiful thing is now she's acting in that casting agency, and boom, she's sagging after. You know what I mean? And man, so the most beautiful woman on the planet is in the building. The most beautiful woman in boxing. She's in here.
Hi.
How you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
good. How y'all feeling?
Oh, super. So let me tell you how this worked out. We it was no boxing for the next couple of weeks. So we was like, man, let's just someone brought it up. You know, most nights is always a community affair unless I go on a tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
And someone said, who's the finest boxer? And that's how the list came about. That's totally how the list came about. And you number one.
I appreciate it.
Oh, it's total. But yeah, it was actually fun doing the list because it was some boxers I hadn't even heard of prior to us making the list. And it actually, I believe making the list actually broadened our horizons as it pertains to women's boxing.
Okay.
You know, because I was like, who is she? Who is she? Even some of the young women or the grown women that didn't make the list, they actually we actually learned about them last week. So it was pretty fun.
Oh, that's what's up. You got to get, a deeper look into women's boxing.
Yeah. So you got to give an acceptance speech. Can we hear an acceptance speech?
Well, on behalf of all of the amazing men and women who believe me to be number one most attractive female boxer, I would like to say thank you. And I would like to say and to thank all the other women who made the list and who did not make the list, because we are all beautiful women and fierce.
And fierce. Yeah, that's hey, way to be 50-50 on that. That's beautiful. How's boxing? Did you end up fighting on the 20th?
No, I didn't fight on the 20th.
Okay.
I'm not going to be fighting again until about March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why such the break?
I had to, work some different things out with my team. I had some I just had to align a little bit of things in my personal life, and around March I'll be good and cleared to, do what I need to do.
Yeah. How's that shaped up in terms of your personal life? Like, was it challenging managing it, and was it like cumbersome? I didn't pronounce that right, but
yeah. Well, with everything going on in the world right now, COVID, different. I had to be, like evaluated, and like I got sick a few times and stuff like that. So it's just a clearance, you know what I mean? Like clearing myself medically before I'm able to like continue with boxing. But I should be good by around like March, get another fight, have enough time for another camp and all that stuff.
How has COVID impacted you and your family?
I've been sick about twice now. I mean, it's especially since these past holidays. It just came up. My birthday was just passed, but it's just been like a huge influx of people just being sick, especially around me at the gym. You know what I mean? Like places that I need to go are just like infested.
Right. No. Sure enough. And since last we spoke, a lot has gone on in women's boxing.
Right.
Francine Cruz, you got a text message, and she'll be back in a second.
Oh
yeah. Francine Cruz signed. Yeah, she signed with Eddie Hearn. Did Carissa Shields sign with Boxer or Eddie Hearn?
I mean, I don't know, but I doubt she signed with Eddie Hearn though.
Yeah, but she's fighting overseas now though. February 5th. I don't know who she signed with, but in terms of a promoter, she's fighting over there. And Alicia Bumgard got a big win. And
she did also. Yeah.
How did you? Let's start with Alicia Bumgard. Did you watch the Alicia Bumgard fight?
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching the Zone that day. I don't remember exactly what day it was, but I was watching.
Yeah,
I think
and
he did amazing.
very impressive, right?
Yeah, very impressive.
Wow, that was something to behold.
Yeah.
Who do you have if you took yourself out the equation? Who do you have as the best fighter?
Female
Yes, female.
at any weight.
Anyway, yes.
I might have to go with Clarissa on that one.
Yeah, Carissa's done a
Yeah.
hell of a job. Carissa's done a hell of a job at
Yeah.
holding that torch and being
Yeah.
awfully consistent, you know.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch her in the MMA?
The Clarissa fight MMA. I watched highlights of that. But
Mm.
I mean, from what I saw, I thought that she defended herself very well in like the circumstances that she was in. Even when she was on the floor, like her defensive moves, learning that, going from that to from boxing to that, I think that she really you could tell that she really trained very hard for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't even think that the loss was like, crazy convincing. You know what I mean? It was just like, okay, could have went either way, sort of, to me.
Right. Yeah. It could have went either way. I honestly didn't know how to score the fight. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, I don't know. Is she getting a point for defending herself, or she's or the other girl getting a point for keeping her on the ground? So I didn't know.
Yeah, it was tough because she wasn't hitting her or anything clean. Like she was defending. So I'm like, does that count? Because she's not hitting a flush or anything. So
right. And speaking of hitting flush, I saw y'all highlight. Yo, your reflexes are like second to none.
Oh, thanks.
You got like Pernell Whitaker reflexes, yo.
You know what? I don't want to. I mean, any type of comparison to Pernell is like here on compliment list, but I have been compared to him a few times in my defense. I think it's a southpaw thing, and I'm like not that tall. Also, you know what? My birthday is January 3rd. His birthday is January 2nd. I found out.
Oh, okay.
So maybe some people are seeing a little bit of Capricorn similarities there.
Okay, so maybe it's that Capricorn gene.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, I was watching you on that bag and how you slip, and I was like, yo.
Thank you.
Oh, that's impressive. Last we spoke, you said Terence Crawford was a bad man, correct? And he was pretty dominant against Sean Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you like that performance by
I thought it was beautiful. I thought that the best part of it was like the adjustments that he made during the fight. I think the adjustments that he made was like what made it like masterful to me, because Sean Porter's not a slouch in any like sense of the word. Like,
no, 100%. He's definitely not a slouch. And
yeah.
What adjustments did you see Terence Crawford make?
I saw that he started to like step back, use his step back, take a step back, and he was like firing off of the angles. And whereas in the beginning, I felt like he was a little bit more like, he was like, what was it? I'm trying to remember. He was throwing the hook. That's what he was doing. He was step back on the hook, and he needed to step back and throw the left hand first. I have the same problem sometimes. I'm right hand dominant, so sometimes when I'm boxing someone and I'm being defensive or offensively defensive, I step back and I throw the hook first. When it's sometimes the like left hand is straight down the pipe, you just throw that first. And he started doing that like later on in the rounds. I feel like he started to catch Sean more with it. Yeah.
And how would you rate Sean Porter's performance?
I think that's the best Sean Porter has ever looked. Like, even though he got like not stopped. Yeah, like even though he got stopped, I think that the actual performance was the best I've ever seen him look. He looked like he was thinking, nothing dirty was going on. Like he looked like he really got up for this fight. He came up short, but he looked like he really put in the work at training camp, regardless of whatever, his dad has said. Because his dad is his dad and he feels how he feels. He knows his son. I don't know his son. But from what I saw, that's the best I ever seen him.
Were you in favor of the stoppage or?
Yeah.
You thought it was a good stoppage? I actually disagreed. I thought because he banged the canvas I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm mad I got caught with the same punch, or similar punch, but I think I can continue. But
I thought I'm only in favor of the stoppage because I know the type of beast that Terence is. So I didn't see it getting any better from that. And I really didn't want to see Sean get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's a former world champion. He's been, in that circle of, the top names. So I don't want to see him like lose like that. And I don't think his dad wanted to see him lose like that either. You know, if it was my brother in that case, God forbid, I wouldn't want to see them go out like crazy, you know?
Right. Speaking of which, how's your brothers doing?
My brothers are good. Yeah. Both of them, my younger brother is turning pro soon too. So he's about to have 3 bigs in the pros right now.
Wow. Imagine that marketing campaign.
I know.
Right. That'll be dope. Did we speak before the Wilder fight or after the fight? And
Ooh, I think before.
Before. What was your take on the Wilder fight? It was before. What was your take on the Wilder fight?
I'm proud of Deontay. I mean, I didn't want to see it again. I think I said that last time. I didn't want to see it again, but I'm proud of him. Like, he went out the way that he thought he should go out if he was to ever go out. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He fought valiantly. I think he has nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, I have nothing but respect and love for him, you know, especially as a Black man.
Yeah, he definitely put up a valiant effort. I told myself that fight. I'm never getting emotionally involved with fighters again. Man, that was the hardest first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
That was man, I can't recall the last time I've been so invested into a fight.
That had to be fight of the year.
And yeah, had to be fight of the year. And it was so extreme.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like a dominant round. It was like you getting knocked down.
Right.
And then he getting knocked down. Oh man, those was extreme. And Wilder's knockout speaks to what you just said about him being valiant, and he found a way.
Yeah.
But Fury got up, you know.
Yeah.
He found a way, but Fury got. Some say the count was a little bit off, but
for when he knocked Fury down?
The second time. The second time, but it's neither here nor there.
Huh. They were saying that, because I know they were saying that about the first fight.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were saying that
like
about that.
The ref was counting slow. The ref changed his cadence.
The ref is a fan too, huh?
Have you ever experienced anything like that in your fights or in your brother's fights? Have you visually seen like we're not favored to win?
Have I ever visually seen in my fights that I'm not favored to win?
Or your brother's fight? Like have you seen like the business or the other corner?
Oh yeah.
Really?
For sure. It's part of the reason why I dislike the amateur so much.
Really?
I saw a lot of biases going, you know, into my fights. And I think that the people there who governed, you know, the fights and who were on the commission, they, you know, they did their best, you know, but I think that knowing the fighters personally, being in the same town as them, some of you going to the same gym as them, I think that when you get to the tournaments, I do think there's a bit of, you know, bias that goes along there, whether they know it or not.
Yeah, because a lot has transpired, like the WBA and then the WBC. What'd you make of the Canelo performance versus Caleb Plant?
I never liked the fight from the beginning.
Why is that?
I didn't think that I hadn't watched too much of Caleb before the fight, but he, not to take anything away from him, but I never felt like he would be a contender against Canelo. I still thought it was like a situation where fights were being picked strategically, even though he had a name behind him, you know? Like when I watched the fight, I didn't really see Caleb had a real right hand. He doesn't have real power to like back him up. He's a boxer, but he's not Floyd Mayweather style of, you know what I mean? Like he's not. Yeah, in order to box Canelo, you have to be elite. You know what I'm saying? It isn't any Lara type. You know what I mean? You have to be like that. I never really saw Caleb as reach those heights as of yet in his career. So when I saw that fight was being matched up, I was like, oh, he's gonna stop him. Like that's what I thought initially.
And post fight, what were your thoughts?
I thought I was right, but I thought that the stoppage was more along the lines of, I think that Caleb was beat mentally before he was beat physically.
Where in the fight did you see him mentally become lesser?
Towards like the last 2 rounds before he got knocked out, he looked a little bit more like, because as a fighter, I know that feeling of I don't want to fight anymore. I did enough. I got to this round, so if something was to happen after this, it wouldn't be that bad. And then when I watched certain things after the fight and the whole like, what was he saying to him? He was like, oh, you know, you think I'm pretty good, right? Or something like that. And they were talking. I'm like, I get it, because that's Canelo, but it's just something that it felt defeatist already. You know what I mean? It felt like he had already given up. Like, oh, I'm in the presence. I'm sharing the ring with such a, a great opponent, probably a future Hall of Fame. Like, and I'm more happy to have been there and enjoyed the experience than I am to be battling against somebody who I see as my equal.
Facts. And we actually expressed that on this show about how Plant was like satisfied. Like I didn't like those comments in the ring.
I didn't like them either.
Especially with the veracity that he came into the fight with. Like you a boy to me. You understand? You're lesser than me. You are a fraud. This is a whole, cause he done conned the whole world type of thing. And then I mean, fighters do what they want after the fight, but the fact that he was aggressively pursuing Canelo after the fight made me take a step back and be like, like wanting to hug him and embrace him. Like, I'm sorry for all that. No, I didn't, but to each his own. You got to go out and come back in. I think you got to go out and come back in. Just go ahead and click the link back again. I'm going to kick you out. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to kick you out and then come back in. I'm going to kick her out. And then she'll come back in. But yeah, man, all of us spoke about that about that conversation he was having with Canelo. I didn't really receive that well. But fighters are different, man. Like I'm not in there. So I don't. It would take me a week. It honestly would take me a week.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
No worries. It would take me like a week to be like, win or lose, to come to grips with my opponent. I was like that in basketball.
Yeah.
Like I never shook hands after a fight. I mean, after a basketball game, even in college and football, I never shook hands or like I just didn't.
Right.
And they say I don't know, man. What's your take on that?
After the fight, I'm definitely gonna show a respectable amount of sportsmanship and shake hands or whatever. But am I going to be overly anything? Probably not. Like I can't really see that unless I'm fighting a good friend, like how Terence and Sean Porter, like they know each other from before, so it just was literally for boxing. So I could see how y'all would embrace, and you came over this, you were triumphant together, even though one person took an L and the other person had got the win. But we know each other, we have a relationship. If I don't have a relationship with you, and especially if there's a bunch of shit talking before the fight, I can't really see myself like being so happy that you beat me. You know what I mean? I'm not happy about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. Like, you did that. Let's fight again.
Right. No, that's big facts. What's your fight of the year?
My fighter of the year or fight of the year?
Let's go both.
Fight of the year is Wilder Fury 3. Fighter of the year? Gotta go with Terence Crawford.
Really? He fought one time?
He fought one time, but it just was so... I'm biased though, but it just was so like he just doesn't disappoint me ever. You know what I mean? But, no, I'm sorry. You know what? Okay, I will say Terence, number one, but that's because of definite bias on my end. But I will say Nonito Donaire. I would have to say that he really he was killing it this year.
Wow,
he killed it this year. He's 40, right?
Yeah, great point. He's 40. He's exceptional. He loves boxing. Like he loves boxing. I love his enthusiasm.
He trains himself, I heard.
He does?
He trains himself. His wife is only there for like what are they saying? Like she helps and stuff like that, but his head trainer is him.
What?
Yeah, he trains himself.
So who was his corner man in this last fight?
He didn't have one.
He didn't?
No.
I didn't watch the fight because I went out that night.
Right.
Really?
His wife she was there, she was around. I'm sure he had a water guy, but he trains himself. No head coach.
Wow, he's saving some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family. I don't blame him because at his age, it's like, and in his journey in his craft, he's like, he probably is not being able to run into coaches who know more than him. You
Good
know?
point. Good point. And he's doing something extraordinary. He's actually going down in weight and becoming a world champion.
He's defying all odds. Yeah.
How about
So
Ugas? How about Ugas? Do you have an impression? Has he made an impression on you?
He made an impression on me when he fought Sean Porter. I liked his performance in that fight. The Pacquiao fight, I can't say that it really like impressed me like that because Pacquiao was, you know, on his way out. Like I just didn't. It didn't feel good, that fight.
What do you think Spence would have done to him? Pacquiao, that is.
I think Spence definitely would have won the fight. But it was more of like a Styles McFight thing because Pacquiao's not old Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So I think that Spence probably would have stopped him or something like that, honestly, because it was kind of tailor made for that. Like this is Pacquiao. How old is Pacquiao? 41.
Certainly, him and Floyd are pretty close, 43 and 44. Then I think so.
Yeah. So like, you know, I don't really know what we were expecting so much from him at that age. He's still doing great. Don't get me wrong. He's doing great, but I didn't want to see him fight Spence at his age right now.
I get that out of a balance.
But at the same time, I wouldn't want to see Terence fight him either. I think it's unfair. I think it's not like that's not what boxing needs right now. People fighting 44-year-olds.
Yeah. Spence and Crawford would have destroyed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been bad. Like they literally would have beat him out the ring. Like you know how you getting beat in the corner and man, it would have been bad. It would have been bad. Yeah.
And he's a hero. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao is a legend. He's a hero. I just don't want to see him go out like that.
And I'm glad you used the word hero because I had just I posted something just before the Manny Pacquiao fight, maybe a month prior, and it was like probably the first time I got to sit back and really enjoy Manny Pacquiao. You know, because one, as a fan, I got caught up in the Floyd versus Pacquiao. Is he on PEDs? And I obviously chose Floyd Mayweather's side. Not obviously, but I chose Floyd Mayweather's side. So this was the first time I really, really got to see Manny Pacquiao as a human being and not as my adversary. And it was real enjoyable. It was like, damn, he's done a lot.
He's done a lot.
He is as successful out the ring as he is in the ring.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a very well-rounded individual.
Yeah, and he serves his community, serves his country.
Yeah, he serves the Lord too. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, he serves the Lord. Hallelujah. Serves the Lord. Are you Christian?
I am.
Christian. Why Christianity and not Islam? Because
Islam is I was born into Christianity, so I don't have anything against people who are Muslim and who practice that faith. But I was born into it, and I as I've grown up, I've had my own experiences with the religion that helped me to lead me to believe that my belief is the right one.
Elaborate on that. Like that. Have you had a moment in your life where you were like Jesus is real, God is real, and Jesus is God?
Yeah, where I felt very highly spiritually connected, for sure. I had recently a death of a very close friend of mine. Actually, he was my ex-fiance about 5 years ago, and I remember sitting in bed. This happened in August, this happened right before my last fight, 2 weeks before my last fight. So my last fight was very challenging for me on a lot of different aspects. And I was laying in bed, and I just had a thought. And the thought was, wow, we're not going to be here for long. That was my thought, we're not going to be here for long. And I immediately got kind of very scared. Like I was laying in bed by myself, just thinking. And I was like, wow, life is not a game. We're going to be here for a while. We should do what we have to do. And we should make sure that we're doing all the right things we need to do. Because I believe in, eternal life in heaven, and stuff like that. So I had that thought, and I was thinking immediately, like, you know what? In the morning, I need to go tell my brothers that I had this thought, my mom, everybody that's close to me, to protect themselves, because I felt something weird going on. And the next day I got the call that he had been shot and killed, And the time of the thought that I had was around 2 a.m. I had this thought, and I asked his friends that I know, and they said, I said, what time does this happen? They said 2 a.m. So I felt spiritually connected to him in that moment, because there was no real reason why I had such a impactful moment at that time.
Right.
You know, so I can only explain that through like Jesus Christ and my religion.
And as you see that, do you see as like I know we grieve because we're human, but were you able to step outside the grieving and see it from a spiritual perspective?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely saw it as, well, I have also very vivid dreams, like really vivid dreams. Like
Really?
like I dream some really, like, sometimes my dreams are so vivid that I don't know if it happened in my dream or in person.
Really?
Yeah. Like everybody knows me. Like if you're my family, like I will ask you, did you say that? Or was that a dream? Like, does that like, so, in my dream, I dreamt that, because he used to love the water. He used to love the beach. We used to go to the beach a lot. He loved the beach. And I dreamt that I was with his mom, and we were at the beach, and he was on the other side of the water in all white with a bunch of other people in all white, like heaven. And he was looking over at a being that I couldn't see, because that part of the dream was cut off, but it was very bright over there. And he was looking over and he was smiling. It was like he was trying to tell me that he's with God and he's okay, you know? So, I mean, if those are not for me, I don't know what, you know?
You know, I never had a fear of death until I had kids. And it's not that I have a fear of death. I have a fear of leaving them. I'm not afraid to confront anything in my life. I have thoughts of like, man, I got to leave these kids one day.
Yeah.
And that's where I get anxious at. I've never been anxious prior to having kids, you know? And so like, because I can't believe in God and be afraid to die.
Right.
Get what I'm saying? Like that those two don't go together.
It doesn't. You're not supposed to have fear of the afterlife. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but having kids, man, it's like, man, I got to make sure I'm equipped. And it's funny because I actually said something today on one of my videos. I said we pray for patience, and I think we should be praying for power. And the reason why I say that is because if Jesus is God and he created his own death at 33, he planned his death at 33. That means he did everything in life that he set out to do by age 33. And so knowing that, my thoughts is he wants us to act now.
Yeah.
Like why are we waiting? Why? You know what I mean? I think the answers or the context clues are in motion.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't think you get maybe I'm different, but I don't think you get to the answers idling.
Yeah, I think that, you know, all of your life lessons and the biggest test that you will, you know, go through, or the deepest loves that you will have. Like, one of my biggest fears is that I have my family. Like, I've lost my father already too. So I've had two major deaths in my life, you know, as my dad and my, you know, my former fiance. So it was like, those are really close people to me. So now I'm looking at, like, you know, going into 2021, I didn't think that I would lose him. You know, when my father died in 2015, I didn't think I would lose him. And now it's always like a little bit of a fear of the new year and the new things, because I'm always thinking about, everybody's always thinking about new possibilities, new great things that could happen in the year. But sometimes if you think about it, like, this could be the last time you see somebody, you know? Patrick Day was also a great friend of our family. We loved him, and he was gone. You know what I mean? 2019, I believe. Those things, as I'm getting older now, becomes more real. And I think that is very important to, like, recognize those things, not live in fear of it, but recognize them and live your life accordingly. Like, you know, you got to keep on with your path, do things that may scare you, do things that may, you know, that are important to you, and live, you know, unapologetically.
Yeah, definitely live unapologetic. The phone lines are open, guys, so I just opened them. I be having these thoughts, man. Especially like when I'm like working towards goals and I have ISO focus, like right now I have extreme ISO focus. So I can see myself from 50,000 feet. You know what I mean? When I'm playing around and BSing sometimes, I'm in the flesh a lot, right?
Mhm.
And I had this thought that Christians love the parables, but don't love the laws that are in the Bible. You know, the parables are beautiful,
Right.
but the laws, like
The actual real laws, you mean?
yeah,
You're
no,
really
yeah,
not supposed to be doing.
the
Yeah.
laws of the Bible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, you know, like our dietary consumption, like we're Christian, but we're
Eating pork.
gluttonous. Yeah, we have pork and skins and fails, and we're gluttons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way we should be 100 pounds overweight. If you're a
No,
Christian,
yeah.
if you're a
It's a big
Christian,
problem in America for real too.
yeah, but you're Christian. So
Right.
you shouldn't be 100 pounds overweight as a
Yeah.
Christian.
It's just gluttony, really.
Yeah, that's glutton. That's one of the 7 sins. So,
Right.
these are just thoughts when I cut off all the fat and be it's no such thing as being extreme pragmatic, either pragmatic or you're not. But when you just see it in its literal form, I'm like, I get it. I get it. And it's also an accountability mechanism too. Like, oh, I can't do that. Like, you know, it's
well, you know, the thing that is the problem is that, you know, definitely accountability. No one wants to be told what to do. Everybody wants to tell everybody else what to do.
right.
Not live the way that they're supposed to live, you know? They don't want to actually, the people want to say, what do they say? Do what I say, not as I do.
Not as I do.
Yeah, people love that. People love to tell you you're not supposed to be doing, but you ask them, what were you doing? You know, what are you doing now? It's like, oh, don't watch that. Watch what I said, you know?
Yeah, right. Facts.
Especially in the Black community, that's a big thing. Like, don't question your elders. What they can tell you.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I love questioning God. I love saying, God, why? 813, what's up?
Hey, hello.
Hey, you live?
Oh, hey. I just wanted to say salute to you, Fred, for you know, doing your thing. I haven't actually seen your movie yet. Actually, I purchased it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
but I purchased it on the stream.
I appreciate you, dog.
But also, I just want to say salute to Ada. I actually followed her on IG. Beautiful sister. She got hands and everything. So, and also I downloaded the app that she was fighting on also because I support our people.
Thank you.
No matter what they do. So, you know, I just want to say salute to y'all and keep up the good work.
That's love.
Thank you.
No problem.
How's the app doing? You want to? Go ahead.
What'd you say?
How's the app doing?
Oh, it's doing well. You know, this coming year, we're looking forward to, you know, putting on some new shows, doing some more cross promotion, and we got a lot of big things in store.
What's the name of the app again?
BPE Network.
Network.
BPE Network.
BPE Network. BPE Network. Everyone go download that app. BPE Network. Yeah, I as it pertains to God, like my first experience with God that I believe, like I remember going to a Morris Cirillo. You ever heard of a guy named Morris Cirillo? He's like an evangelist that travels the world. Okay. And I was in like his sub seminars where they had the other people come speak, and some guy touched my forehead, right? And I'm like, I'm not falling. You know, you like, I want to see if this is real. You know, how much for a rib? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so he touched my forehead, and I'm like, and I stumbled, like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, I'm not falling next time. And then he did it again, and I passed out. And I'm like, what the hell is this going on? You know what I mean? Like, I was completely. So that was my first experience in spirituality that I can recall. In terms of structure of religion, I have my problems. I have my problems with structure and religion. What's your take on like the religious components of it? Like go to church on Sunday, pay your tithes, and
the hardest part I will say about church is probably the tithes, because like when you get large lumps of money, which you're supposed to do is give you 10%, but that's when the real test is, because then your greed comes in, you know what I mean? Your faith is being tested. Like, do you really believe that if I give 10% to, the house of the Lord, that I will reap, the benefits of that? Like, it's like, I have this money right now. This is something that I can feel and, touch, and it's here. Do I give this away after I work so hard for it? But you have to believe that, you're only able to do this through, Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, and that He'll provide for you abundantly over, throughout the rest of your life if you submit to Him and show your faith in this way. And something that's mostly important to people, of our time is money. I think that part is the hardest, but I do like, a lot of TV shows, and you watch a show, and whenever they have like a religious component of it, you have a lot of people saying, oh, people in the church are hypocrites, people in the church this, people in the church that. And I don't disagree about, the way church people can be, because I have been in a church. I've been in a church where I go every single Sunday, and me and my mother were very involved in the church. I used to sing in the choir. Like, I was really in the church, you know what I mean? And there were a lot of people who could be very judgmental and very who didn't live what they some people get in a place and they forget what they're there for. They forget that they're there for the reason that they're there, not to be covetous or make something your place. This is the house of the Lord. So some people get there and they get on top of certain committees, and they get in, and on this board and that board, and they start to abuse the position that they have. And I don't agree with that. But I also agree that the people in church are just human. So it's not really that's not really what I'm there for. I'm there to hear the Lord, to be in, the presence of God, and to follow the good book. You know what I mean? And my pastor, who I choose to lead me in the way in which I should go. So that's really what, I think that people should quiet the noise when it comes to church. If church is not your thing, you can watch a sermon online, and you can read your Bible. You know what I mean? But you don't have to shun the whole religion because of a bad experience with another human being. Human beings will always fail you.
Right. And chaotic truth, man. Being back in, I was about to bring you on. In the meantime, between time, 252. What's up?
Oh, what's going on, man? This is me, Real Flicks, man, reporting in again. First of all, I'd like to say, I enjoy the channel every night.
Thank you, dog. That's love.
And the way y'all are talking about religion, my whole thing is I respect everybody's religion. I don't care if you're atheist. I don't even care if you're Wiccan, devil worship, whatever. I respect everybody's religion because, I grew up in a house. I grew up a Christian. Then I turned 30. In my 30s, I converted to Islam. And then towards my late 30s, I was like, you know what? I don't believe in anything anymore. But I still respect everything people do because I DJ'd at a Christian event. And then I do stuff at the mosque within the Muslim community in my area. So with me, it really makes I respect what what everybody do, because I personally believe that a lot of religious places of worship are some of the most segregated places in America. And it's not because they don't want other races there. It's just by choice. It's where you grew up. We grew up in a black church. We didn't see white people.
True.
White people most don't see black people in their church growing up. It's not like by hate, but it's it's just they grew up. And it's just the way things are. But in the day, I respect what everybody does. If you're Christian, Buddhist, whatever, I don't have a problem with you. But it's my personal preference. I'm not an atheist, but I believe in the supreme being. I'm more agnostic. But that's just my thing. That was it, man.
What type of Islam are you? What type of Muslim are you? Are you Nation of Islam or?
I was. I would never join the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Idiots. Never that.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Never that, homeboy.
Okay, I'm just. Okay, I'm with it.
He's like, all right, got it.
Yeah. Because see, that's a setup question because they'll know I'll deep dive into the Nation of Islam. But yeah.
Oh no, I don't mess with the Nation, homeboy, man.
I remember now. I remember now.
The Nation of Islam, they are gangsters. Them men are killers, cold-blooded killers. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, I have no objection to that. We appreciate you calling. You want to say anything to Aida?
No, I'm just gonna continue to check out her fights. I know she's 2-0 whatever.
In March.
I haven't seen a fight, but I'm gonna check out your fights. Saying your upcoming fights, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, peace.
Appreciate you. Do you have an opinion on the Nation of Islam?
I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on it, to be real. I do think that from what I do know, there's certain things are very they're much more strict than Christianity, I think. Like like the rules there are like pretty distinct from what I know. But I don't know much, so I can't really
I don't
speak too
know
heavily.
much.
Are you Muslim?
No, I was raised Christian.
Hmm.
My uncle was the pastor of the church. My grand uncle was the pastor of the church,
Okay. Wow.
and he left the church with the pianist and left my aunt.
Mm.
And so I've always had that in the back of my head, but now I see it now as those people being human.
Right.
I don't see them as, when I was younger, I saw the pastor as God per se, like
Hmm.
not in the truest sense, but you understand what I'm
Yeah,
trying
like some
to say?
sort of deity because he is so close
Yes,
to, yeah.
yes, yes. But now at 44, I see them as a human being, so I can look at a pastor and be like, I can see how you fall prey to another woman. Like
Yeah.
that's a human characteristic,
Right.
And but what I don't like is the hypocrisy, like for me, the Nation of Islam is the hypocrisy in the Nation of Islam is just,
Mm.
but yeah, we
Oh,
can
wow.
we can have that conversation. We can have that conversation another day because I admire the courage of a man like Malcolm X, and as I've gotten older, the one thing that frustrates me about the one thing that I get angry about with Malcolm X sometimes is how he gave up everything to follow another man.
Mm.
You understand? Like I understand when people help you. Like, say you help me, right? I still want
Hmm.
you to be an individual. You
Right.
understand? And I still there's a rubric to our relationship, but I think he would have been so much bigger sooner if he hadn't to give up self for
Mm.
the Nation of Islam, and obviously we know how it ended. And it is what it is, man. And whew, yeah. So yeah. So were we talking about boxing?
Are we?
But yeah, I grew up Christian, and I wouldn't call myself religious, and I'm not gonna, but I'm somewhere in there,
Hmm.
because I do believe in a higher power. Like I 100% believe in a higher power,
Hmm.
and I don't give humans power. Like people call me atheist sometimes because like when people approach me like that, I speak above them intentionally, like not above them as I'm smarter than you, but above them as in like, no, no, hold up, nah, that's not really how it goes, But
Mm.
I I'm somewhere in there though, I
Right.
definitely believe in God. Um,
So you're more like agnostic, I guess, is that the word for people who believe in a higher power but don't really specify who that power is?
yeah, I would somewhere in between God and agnostic, somewhere in there,
Okay.
somewhere in there. But I haven't figured it out yet. But when I die, I'll call you.
Okay.
and I'll
You'll
let
figure it out.
you know.
Seconds before, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I saw the light. I saw the light.
Right.
But I do believe in being a great person.
Yeah.
I do believe in humanity. Um, I believe in all that good stuff.
Mm.
So, uh, what's your take on guns,
Like gun control and stuff like that?
or just yeah? Let's start there because New York has tougher gun laws than California.
They do. I have mixed feelings about guns. I don't think that guns should be stripped from like this population. That's only because I don't trust the government 100%. So like we take away all of our guns and you guys make people do certain things under regulated laws, and now how far do we take that? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
is it gonna be one day where, God forbid, we're in another like Nazi Germany situation, all our guns are taken away and no one can defend themselves, a regular civilization?
Mhm.
I don't agree with that. But then at the same time, I also have a problem with people who have guns illegally and hurt others with it when they were never supposed to have it in the first place. So I kind of have mixed feelings with it.
Yeah, that's what bugs me a lot, right? Is that the people who illegally have the guns, they walk around with the guns, but the civilians who obey the laws,
Right,
they get reprimanded for carrying the gun.
right,
It is.
yeah.
Something big happened. Y'all had a big bus out there in New York with that gang. 17 people, 9 were kids. Did you hear about that? Operation Triple Threat in Brooklyn?
No.
It was a gang. They had a few bodies, and over 200 just under 200 charges, and it was 17 people from a gang. I forget the name of the gang, and nine or 7 were kids, like under
Oh
18.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
what's the solution for gangs? Like, how do we?
Stop gang activity in the inner cities.
Yeah,
I think it starts with. I think it all starts with poverty. You know what I mean? Because without like the especially in our like black community, like there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of you know um things put into place due to slavery that cause people to feel down and be down financially. All this stuff is about money. These gangs are about money. I think that that's how I feel that what the real root of the problem is. Because people are underprivileged and impoverished, and they think that how am I going to get myself out of the situation? Because I can't do it through the school route. I mean, I don't go to the best schools. I don't have the best opportunities. Like even me, I went to pretty decent schools. I never thought that I could get into Yale. You know what I mean? That's not something that African American kids grow up just thinking that you could do that. Not saying that you can, but it's a lot of factors against us. You know what I mean? Then there's generational things within your home that may put stipulations and make you feel like I can't get past my situation. So then you think, okay, who are the people that I look up to in my community? People who are in gangs, who get money illegally, but they have the prettiest girls and they have the most money. They look like they come from something. They look like they made it. So they're gonna emulate that. So I just really think it all stems from slavery, and the way we can change that is I think white people need to come in and really put into our schools, into the children, who are living here, educate the parents, more programs, stuff like that. And that's gonna have to be continued for like two, 3 times longer than they had slavery. Because the effects of that, it just, you're gonna have to re-teach people all over again. Down to colorism, down to race, all that stuff has to be in there so that young black people can grow up and know I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I can be whatever I want to be. You know what I mean? And really, really like believe that in their heart and soul, like and not be just like rhetoric.
right. Deacon, you're not connected, so you got to beam out and beam back in. Yeah, I've been man, because I'm right. I just got done writing this script about a week ago, and I've been having a lot of conversation, and the conversation actually started on the show about how these titles and labels and our position have been given to us for the sake of capitalism. And like, for example, the term black, or I mean, I'm not extracting myself from, but I'm just having like a conversation out loud with myself, and everyone else is listening. Like, the term black was given to us by capitalism,
Okay.
right? Like, someone black is bad, right? Black
Right.
is bad, right? And that is the the integration of like capitalism and like Satanism and
Impurity.
impurity. Yes. And so with that being said, God, I want to finish this thought. Go ahead, 813. 813.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll finish the thought in
I'm
a
back.
second.
I'm back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I called earlier.
What's up?
I just wanted to ask the sister. I know y'all like discussing some deep topics or whatever. I kind of, she's a boxer now, professional. Who is her favorite fighters in the game right now? And do you look at that, since you're actually in the ring as a professional fighter, do you look at boxers in the technical aspect, or do you watch it from a fan aspect when you're watching boxing? I just wanted to kind of know that.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got to beam her out and beam her back in. She got a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll come back and answer your call in a second.
All right.
I got you in a second, Mr. Israel. Let me get off the call. I got you in a second. Conversation so good, you had to double down, huh?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, y'all going in tonight, man. You're covering a lot of different topics.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I actually didn't even expect to have this conversation, and I like when the conversation when it's not expected. You know what I mean? So she's back.
Sorry, when people call me, it just shuts down the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's just the
Sorry.
volume down. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
You know, you're a celebrity,
Almost. We working towards that.
right? You there?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was asking before. Um, oh, am I on mute?
No, I
No,
can
you
hear
good.
you.
We're listening.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was asking since you're an actual professional boxer now, or what have you. When you watch, I don't know. First, I wanted to ask, what are your favorite boxers? You don't have to give me like a top, whatever. Just whatever your favorite boxing game right now, professional, and also because you're a professional boxer, do you look at fights like a regular fan, just looking at to see who's going to win, or do you look at the technical aspect of what they're doing, and is it technical for you as an actual boxer, or do you just watch it as a fan, basically?
My favorite boxers, I'll say always say my brothers. I have 3 brothers that also fight. One is retired, but I have 2 active in boxing right now. So they're my favorite fighters. Then there's Terence Crawford. I was saying before, I really love Donaire and what he's been doing in the sport right now. I think he's an anomaly right now. Like I think he's just he's killing the game. Their women is Clarissa Shields. I really do like the way Savannah Marshall fights. I think she's really good. Who else? There's a lot of different names. I like Errol Spence, regardless of how people may think I feel about him. I really love his athleticism and him in the sport of boxing. The second question you asked me was, do I watch as a fan or do I watch as a boxing person who fights? I think both. I think that once you learn a skill in anything, like if I learn how to fix cars, I can never look at cars the same, So I think it's great because I get to see it from that viewpoint, and then also I'm just at the end of the day I'm just a fan because you know, maybe I'm even more of a fan because I know exactly what work goes into the sport. Now that I fight and now that I've turned over into the professionals, I can really see and I can be in awe of people's talent. So I would have to say both.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I just always wanted to kind of ask a professional fighter, like, how do they look at, the fight game from their perspective since they're in the ring?
But definitely technically though,
Like,
I would have to say definitely technical is because when I was a kid, I remember being a little girl. My father, he used to put on fights. So if you watch his Zab Judah or whoever as a little girl, I'm like, how do you know which hand, how do you know which punch do that, which hand that was? I used to be confused. Like, how do people just know that was left hook and that was right hand? Because I didn't know how to technically fight. I'm like a kid. So now that I'm older now, I can, call punches. So I can see that as a difference as from being a kid with my childish mind and my, not really knowing what's going on to my adult mind and being able to being trained in the sport.
that's what's all right. I'm gonna go ahead. I think you have other people on the line, but you wait. I don't want to hog up the line. So.
Yeah, thank God. Appreciate you. All right, Fizz. All right. Kyle, I mean,
hey.
What's going on?
Oh, let me beam out real quick. What's up, Kyle? Go ahead.
So how does it feel to be number one?
It feels great. I was pleasantly surprised. So one of my followers actually, he DM'd me and was like, they're talking about you in the barbershop conversations and they had a list and I'm like reading the DMs. I'm like, I wrote him and I was like, I think it was the day before everything was solidified. So I was like, all right, well let me know how it goes tomorrow. You know what I mean? And so he told me and I was surprised. So then I went back and I watched both shows
Okay.
And I was like smiling like a little Cheshire cat in my room.
Yeah, it was the consistency. You was number like the top 5 was like we knew who the top 5 kind of could be,
Right.
but we knew who number 1 was. Number 1, number 2, kind of flip flopped all the time.
Right.
But then we go to Instagram, and I was telling Fred, you gotta go to Instagram. You gotta go to Instagram so we can see people at their best.
Right.
And then, boom, just like that.
There it is.
Yeah. Hey,
I was pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm. No, the Instagram literally changed the whole list. Like,
really?
Cecilia Breakers was number 5 in the beginning. Number 5, 6. She number 10. So that shows. That shows you how like. No dish. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. It's it's just amazing how.
She also comes from a different school of everything too. So it's other women now on social media who are younger, a little briskier, and she seems more to be of like a. Not saying nobody else and the other women, female fighters, not elegant, but she's definitely very classy and pretty much stays on that, that level.
Right.
Because one of them, what's the one? She wasn't gonna make the list at all until we went to her Instagram.
Who?
And then she ended up being like number 7 or something.
Mary McGee.
Oh,
that was one. What's the other one? She fought Clarissa Shields. She had dreads.
Oh, Hannah Gabriel's.
Yeah. She wasn't even gonna make it because if you Google, you're like, oh no, hell no.
Yeah. Google's not where you need to look at nobody. Like that's not. We didn't get to monitor those pictures that go up there.
Yeah. In the meantime, we got Miss Streeter coming, and we got one of the sisters coming. How you doing?
Hey, how
you actually
doing?
have both sisters.
Both y'all on. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. You are absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Fred. I believe you all made the best choice.
I appreciate that so much.
Easy choice. It was easy for me.
I didn't make the list. Everyone in the comment section made the list. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, everybody made the right choice.
Yeah. You can't see, but I'm blushing over here somewhere.
we can see you.
Thank you.
You're beautiful inside and out, and that's what's important, and that's what people see.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see your flow. You got some good skills.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, thank you.
Very quickly. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fred, you all did a great deed to women.
Yeah.
Picking women in boxing because when we're talking about boxing with men and other women, a lot of times they look at us a little like standoffish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? You all are into boxing like that? Like, I don't believe you. So we're glad that you have
just talking about women in boxing and making it more mainstream because it should be, because those women work really hard and they should be paid like the men and should be recognized like the men.
Absolutely.
Right. And when we were making the list, I know that it's going to matriculate, so it's going to bring more attention to women's boxing as a whole.
Oh, for sure.
If people going to say, "Oh, Raquel Miller should be number 1," that's the conversation I want. Where's Clarissa Shields? She needs to be on the list. That's the conversation at the end of the day that I was like, it's going to start the conversation, and people are going to start. Now, I'm willing to bet 1,000 men done Googled everyone on the list by now.
Oh, I'm sure.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
And like a person like Mary McGee, no one's even heard of her. You know what I mean? She's a very quiet woman on the East Coast. Now people are Googling her like, what does she look like?
You're going to make me Google her because I
don't know Mary McGee.
Yeah, facts. Big
but
facts.
when you picked Aida, I was already a friend on her Instagram, and I saw some of my cousins as your friends on Instagram.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Memphis, that means Memphis, Tennessee is looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know I had followers from Memphis. I really didn't know that.
We love boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very appreciative that you guys are, supporting my career for real,
Mhm.
especially being women, because
Yeah.
we
Mhm.
have a voice too.
When is your next fight?
I don't have an official date as of yet, but we're looking at March, like, towards the end of March right now.
And do
Okay.
you know where it will be?
No, I don't have. I
Oh,
don't know where it's gonna be at this point now.
okay.
Because
We like to support women.
yeah,
Mhm.
we went to Clarissa Shields fight in Atlantic City,
Yes.
and it was really a great fight.
Well, she's a great
Yeah.
fighter. Just the way she fights, just her technique is just
Right.
beautiful.
Was this in October, her fight?
Um,
End of October?
No.
now that part I don't remember. It's been what, like
A couple of years ago.
ago.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
This was
remember.
before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
remember there was a show.
Oh, in Atlantic City, she fought on Boots for an undercard.
Yeah,
She
sure
was
did.
on.
I was.
She was on She was on Christy Martin's show,
Mm-hmm.
and because
It was the
Showtime.
main event.
Yeah, but Showtime, I think, had a PBC had a fight going on at the same time
Mm-hmm.
as Showtime.
And it was
I
men
actually
and
think
women.
I was at that fight too. I was
Okay,
there. I was there too. Yeah.
because it was a sold out crowd.
And it was men
Yeah.
and women on
Yeah.
that card. It
Uh-huh.
wasn't all
Yeah.
men, it was men and women.
I
Yeah.
think Alicia Napoleon fought on that card too, and Boots and
Mhm.
She lost.
yeah, she lost. Yeah, she lost in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we love you, Fred.
We love you.
Thank you. I appreciate both of y'all. Thank you.
We
Appreciate you
appreciate
too.
You're welcome. And we also enjoy hearing what is his name? I don't know your name, but when you come on, the guy that has on the orange, he's always adding the extra
humor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's listening right now. His name is Cool Kyle.
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay.
Cool
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're signing off. We just wanted to tell you, great job
And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
you
Year.
too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Street Sisters in the building. We got to have them on the show.
Bro, I'm super deaf, Fred.
You super deaf?
Deaf, man. I can't hear nothing, man. I can hear y'all, but I couldn't hear them.
Oh, you
Oh,
couldn't?
you know what? I had to put on my AirPods too. I couldn't hear it in the beginning either. It was a little hard.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's I heard everything they said.
Now,
I thought it was just me.
now I had you number one. Fred had you number two. Yeah, I'm snitching. He had you number two.
Who'd you have before me? Latondria?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
And then we went to Instagram and it was like, oh shit.
I know it came a little closer.
It was like, oh hey. Oh,
No, but she's beautiful though, so I get it. Trust me, I get it. I've been on her page before.
Yeah,
No,
she's
for sure.
beautiful.
The top five is you can pick whoever you want to be number one.
Mhm.
Really. But for me, it was easy. I was like, you know who I'm picking. And then Fred was like, you sure? I'm like, bro. we kept Googling it, but I'm like, bro, you need to go to Instagram.
Yeah. That was smart.
Yeah, because Instagram will give you their best.
Yeah.
And they worst. Because every now and again they get a picture like, oh. But
yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, it was
But I appreciate that. I'm happy that I was number one in your eyes. That means a lot to me.
yeah.
No, most definitely. Because a lot of people was like that didn't know who you were. They were like, oh man, Alicia Bumgard was like, bruh, because y'all ain't seen her yet. So then once people saw you, it's like, oh shit. All right. So it's good that people were able we're able to get people to see other women boxers, because a few women boxers that were on the list, they're not really big. A lot of people don't know who they are. So it was good that we were able to see them, and then everybody else was able to Google them and try to see who they are. So next time if they have a fight, they'll have somebody watching.
Yeah, definitely more exposure. I got a lot of exposure, even just, being up here interviewing with you guys. This is my third time on the show, and it's definitely helped, get my name out there too. So I agree with that assessment that when people see the other women on the list and they start to, do their own research, we become more in the conversation, of boxing.
No, yeah, 1000%. Yeah, it was like because when the conversation started, it was like, no, Latanja. I was like, Latanja. And then because I know Latanja, right? You know, I mean, like I've seen her. Like I haven't seen you in person, so
Right.
I've seen Latanja in person. I'm like, yeah, that's
I've
that's
seen her too. Yeah, she's something else.
that's what it is. And so, but your vacation pictures.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
go
your
crazy on vacation.
your vacation pictures took you over the top. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm all out of bathing suits now too. I gotta go buy some new ones. I ran it up too much.
Oh, you had a good off season?
I had a great off season. I ran it up too much. I have to get a whole new wardrobe and figure out where's my next vacation gonna be.
Where would you
Fashion
like?
Nova.
Fashion Nova has some stuff, but
You
it's this
should
site
model for
called.
Fashion Nova.
I should start tagging them in some stuff, right?
Hell yeah!
I give them a lot of free promotion.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, listen, Fashion Nova. I spent I think 59. I got 11 pair of jeans and 9 shirts, Fred.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I ain't got
Fashion
to
Nova, you
shop
can
for the
get some
rest of the
stuff.
year, bro.
You spent $359?
Yeah.
They that cheap? Affordable?
Yeah.
Excuse me. They that affordable?
11 pairs of jeans, Fred, and 9 shirts.
Oh, so what the tag say? China or Bangladesh? Like
I don't give a fuck. It lasts too.
I'm just interested in like what, because if check the back of those pants if you don't mind. I'm real interested.
I can't check them right now,
No,
dog.
not in your closet.
No, they upstairs.
Oh,
I have a few Fashion Nova jeans, but I will say for the women, it fits good.
The women fit good?
That fits really well, yeah. Those Fashion Nova jeans are some of my favorite jeans.
Wow. I'd never even been on Fashion Nova's website.
No, you should get it. You should see what they got. They have men's clothes now, so they have some stuff on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Deacon, you're not connecting, so you might as well just call in, Deacon. I don't know what's wrong with your phone. Why your phone different tonight, man? I guess you want a new device? I don't know, but he dying to call in. I already know he want to talk about this God thing. He want to smack me up top of the head on the Jesus thing. You're not connected, Deacon. I don't know why. But yeah, man, it's yeah. So yeah, it was actually fun because we spent 2 days on it. It was actually fun. We spent it was real fun. What fights are you most looking forward to this year? Men and women.
I'm looking.
It don't really say. It don't really say.
It has to say.
I mean, somewhere in China though. We know that for sure.
Okay.
Because you ain't getting no sales nowhere else but China. But they dirt cheap, and they always got sales, Fred.
I've never been on their website.
Man, listen, I done bought jeans for like $100 or $80, and they rip. I done had Fashion Nova jeans for years. I'm telling you, man. That's why I bought some when they had that sale. It was like $20 a jean. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm cleaning their ass up, dude."
Wow, $20 a jeans. Wow. And are they those tight jeans at the bottom? And that's what you're wearing, right? You wearing the tight jeans, Kyle?
You know what I'm saying? You know.
They got different styles of cuts.
All right, because Fred ain't wearing no tight jeans with my
hey man, that's what's in right now, my man.
No, I understand like fitted, but I saw a girl, a tomboy girl. I don't know what you call her. Like I don't know.
Stud.
Yeah, it is a stud.
That's the word. That's the politically correct word now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her pants were down just above her knees. Walking down the street. I was like, what's the point of having the pants on?
She didn't have the
I ain't doing that. Now listen, I ain't got like the skin tight jeans, but like, you know what I'm saying? I got the joints, you know what I mean?
The straight cut.
Yeah, but you can't wear a belt with them, huh?
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, okay.
Man, they ain't booty shorts, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, because
But ain't spandex.
They basically fit like spandex, though.
Nah, hell no, man. No, we ain't living like that.
I don't know. But Aida, what's some fights you looking forward to?
Is Thurman fighting? Am I bugging? Is he fighting Mario Barrio? Is that what it was?
Oh, Keith Thurman, yeah, February 5th.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not looking forward to that fight. I'm looking forward to his return. You know, because I like Keith. I want to see him get back in the mix of things if he can. What other fights? I'm looking forward to not seeing Bud and Spence.
Not seeing?
Wow. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's over with at this point.
You said you're looking forward to not seeing it. You don't want to see the best versus the best?
I do, but like, you know what? If I use some reverse psychology, they actually do it, you know, or something. I don't know. Like, it's starting to piss me off a little bit.
What's holding that fight up?
Arrow.
Tell us why. Why Arrow?
I told you, I just don't think that I don't think he's very interested in that fight. I really don't. I think that he's interested in doing a little bit more, like, you know, how Floyd did things, or how people complain that Floyd did things. You know what I mean? Like, you know, or how Canelo is doing things. He's looking to go more that route than to actually like do the old school way. Everybody fights everybody.
Right. I got you.
I'm looking forward to seeing Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia come back. I want to see what Kambosos could do, what else he can do. And I'm looking forward to seeing Gervonta. I'm looking forward to that whole, actually, you know, that whole division. I think is going to be pretty dope to watch next year.
Right. And women's boxing, what fight would you be interested in seeing?
I want to see Clarissa and Savannah Marshall.
I do too. I want Clarissa to beat her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to see yeah. I love Ebony Bridges. So I want to see her return too. I know she had hurt her hand, but she's back. I think she's back sparring now again. So I want to see what else she can do, because I like her style of fighting. You know, I like what she can do in it. She can really fight. And I don't want to say I was surprised, but I was surprised about the extent of her ability. You know, I was watching, I was like, oh shit, you could really fight. Like, you know, so me and her have become pretty cool via social media. Yeah, I think that's pretty much in the women's division. Those are the fights I'm really looking forward to see. I always love to see Katie fight. Oh, Katie and Amanda Serrano, I would love to see that. If they can make that.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think.
The fight I want to see that ain't gonna happen. You know, these fights never happen. Listen, I've come to a point in my life where I understand that shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
But Alicia Bumgard, Michaela Mayer, that's what I want. I ain't gonna get it. That's what I want, though.
I think that'll happen. I think it'll happen. Especially now that Eddie signed Alicia now. I think they're gonna try to push for that.
Bob ain't having it.
You don't think so?
Nah. I don't trust Bob here. That's why
it'll be a good fight though.
Huh?
It'll be a good fight though.
That'd be a good fight. Whenever somebody signs Bob Arum, I just don't think it's gonna happen unless it's on his terms.
Michaela Hamadouche was a great fight. That was a great technical like war. I haven't seen women fight like that in a minute. So I can't even say in a minute, because you know that was a combination. That was like it was a grueling fight. I would have it was a grueling fight, and the technical, I guess superiority that I saw in the fight from both women was like, it was very refreshing to see.
Oh, you got a bun in your picture? A bun, braids?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it was actually faux locks.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, who am I most interested in? You know that Spence Crawford fight, definitely interested in that. And you know what? I'm disappointed in what Tim Smith said. Tim Smith is the VP president. I mean, PBC's vice president of communications.
Okay.
And he said that fight is not can't do well because of economics. And
What
I
about
said,
economics?
like Terence Crawford doesn't carry his weight base. I'm like, make the fight. The fight is worth. Go ahead.
If people are watching Arrow, they'll
What?
look to get.
What he said, your friend?
That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, he said it's not economically.
See, they
we
gotta
can't.
stop shitting. They gotta stop shitting on Terrence like that though, because that's not. I don't think that's fair to say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he was fighting on a whole. He's not fighting. He was never fighting on the popular side of boxing. He's fighting on. You know what I mean? Like he was like a freaking one-man show over there. I feel like so. You know, now that he's free of the contract, and now people watch Arrow. People will watch. People want to see Arrow fight big names. Terrence Crawford is a big name. They will tune in to see that. That pay-per-view would be, I think, it would gross very well. I don't know why he would say something like that.
Right. No,
Maybe he knows something that I don't know. I don't know.
Right. And see, and just to shift gears, see, it's not just a list. We were gonna get you a trophy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were gonna get you a trophy, but I'm like, cash is king, right?
Oh, listen.
So you
on
won. Yeah, you won. So yeah, you've actually won something. So
right.
Cash is king. So she's won on behalf of the barbershop $250 for.
Ooh, you guys are spoiling girls over there.
We do need to get her a belt though, Fred.
$250. This is the only list in boxing that pays.
Yeah,
that matters.
That matters. It's the only list that matters. Yeah, and that matters. So,
but Fred, we do need to get her a belt though. That'd be the dope thing. Would be the baddest woman alive belt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. The baddest boxing woman.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do.
Yeah, so
look, I'm grateful for whatever you guys do. Thank you so much for it. That really means a lot to me.
It's just thank you for coming on. Is this your third time on the show?
Yeah, my third time. Yeah,
third time on the show.
Yeah.
And
we were gonna wear suits, but hoodies. We always wear hoodies, so I guess that was good.
No, y'all look nice. Y'all look nice.
Yeah, congratulations, Deacon. What's up?
Hey, too blessed to be stressed and highly favored. Took me a minute to get in here. What's good, everybody?
Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Congratulations, Queen.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I heard the conversation earlier. Fred knew what to say to draw me in. About the religion thing. Listen, I ain't gonna be long with it. I won't be long with it. But listen, there's nothing wrong with questioning or asking the question when you have a question to ask God. But what you do not do is question his judgment. That is what we're warned about, right? Don't question God's judgment. But like anyone, if you have a question you don't have an answer to, you're more than welcome to ask the Father a question and he'll give you your answer. You understand? So, and again, Fred, you sound like you 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's not how it worked with God, family. Either you believe or you don't. You know what I mean? So, and I think it's on me or anyone who truly believes. It's on us to let you know that you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out with God. It don't work like that. Either you're going to believe or you're not. Now, there's nothing wrong with seeking and searching, but know what you're seeking and searching for, right? Some people seek and search all their life for chaos and confusion. I don't live for chaos and confusion. See, because God gives me my answers. God gives you a blueprint for everything that goes on in your life. But you have to study to show yourself approval and pay God some attention. And see, you know, we watch people in life repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. Why? Because they do not pay attention to what's going on with them. You know what I mean? So if I'm making constant mistakes and it seems to be the same mistake, I'm not learning from my experience. I'm not gaining any wisdom from the things that done tore me down, hurt me, or built me up, made me happy or sad or whatever. You have to learn from the good, bad, and whatever it is. You have to learn and grow. Some people just like a spinning top. They just spin, spin, spin in that circle and never get out of their own way. They just can't get out of their own way because they don't have anything that they're grounded to. And there's nothing more important than being grounded to God, because I'm a living witness. See, I can't see God through your eyes, and you can't see God through my eyes. So whatever experience that a person over there had with a particular church or particular people who have shunned them or tore them down, and then they'll turn around and blame, just like the young lady said, blame a whole religion for a human error. We're all fallible. We all fall short of the glory, right? So we have to understand that the things that we go through are preparing us for tomorrow. But if you do not learn from what you're going through, that's the definition of insanity. You might as well sign up for the crazy house. Why you think people constantly in and out of jail? You see people in, I'm not knocking, because I done been in jail. I'm just saying. But I learned, I'm the type of person, if I go to jail, it might be 10, 20 years before I go to jail again. Not saying that I'm trying to go to jail. I don't like jail. I learn from my mistakes.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying, family, you have to learn in order to grow and get better. Because even though you don't think much of yourself, somebody else is watching you, learning from you, admires you, want to be just like you. So we have to be careful about the things that we do, because you never know who's watching you. A little boy, a little girl, somebody's watching you and you don't even know it. Just like somebody's praying for you and you don't even know it. All right. I love y'all.
Amen.
Hey, yes. And the girl that I sent to you, Fred, there was a backstory with her, right?
Mary McGee, correct?
Yeah, there's a backstory with her. That's she has a powerful story. When she was just a child, her mother was murdered by gun violence, and she had to be passed off to a different family, and they raised her. And she overcame these things, right? And she became a young, strong, and powerful young woman, beautiful, powerful young woman. And she did not let that destroy her life, right? Because I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. I've dealt with that. My mother dying in my arms. I didn't know CPR. I had a Primatene pump. The ambulance driver told me, had I put that in her mouth and squeezed the pump, she'd have lived. That damn near destroyed me. See, but again, 3 nights before that happened, God allowed me to hear her prayer. I always prayed with my mother. When she go pray, I catch her praying. I got to join in. But this particular night, I was in my bedroom. I heard her on her knees in the living room praying and calling on Jesus. And I got ready to turn the doorknob. My whole body froze. God said, not tonight. Tonight is the night you listen. Tonight is her night. And she says, Lord, if I can't live a normal life, I'd rather come on home with you. She suffered with asthma all her life. As a child, I used to be afraid, sitting in school, can't hardly do my homework. Can't hardly do my schoolwork because I'm afraid when I go home, she's at the hospital or dead. When I got in the crib and I seen my mother was there, man, that was the best feeling I had in my life every day, to come home and see her alive. Right? And she used to tell us all the time, y'all just don't know, I like to left here last night. Man, we don't want to hear that. we used to tell all the time, we don't want to hear that. You're going to bury us. We're not going to bury our mother. She said, no, y'all, I just want y'all to know, get close with God, trust God, put your trust in him. I'm not going to be here forever. I'm preparing y'all for the time I'm not going to be here. Trust and lean and depend on him. But to get back to my story, she was praying and asking God to just send her home if she couldn't live a normal life. She was tired of suffering. And I heard that prayer. And 3 days later, she passed. And the ambulance driver told me that 3 days later, had I squeezed the Primatine bottle in her mouth, it would have released her lungs and she would have lived. But God told me, no, by you being obedient, you get to live without this over you. Because I was so close to her, I would have believed him. God just answered his daughter's prayer. The suffering was not going to continue. It was not going to continue. And I thank God for him putting that in me and allowing me to give her her moment with him because she was tired of suffering. And he called her home. Hey, man, I love y'all. Peace. I'm always watching, man. You know, sorry it took me a little while to get in here. You know, and shout out to the chat, man. Love all y'all, man. Y'all stay true to God, true to form. And if you're confused about anything, God will always give you your answer. Ask him. Always ask God any questions that you have, but never question his judgment. Love y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you, D.
Bye.
Absolutely. Peace.
Let the church say, amen.
Zeke was
Amen.
preaching on a Sunday night.
So what is that?
I
Sage
respect
or
it.
is that sage or a candle?
Candle, I'm trying to light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do the same thing. I might as well light mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to light this, man.
We might as well
I
have a
don't think it's gonna
ceremony.
happen tonight.
They're left out.
See, this is what I have. See, so
I
can
need that. I have a stupid regular lighter and it was like burning my finger trying to light it.
Well, you've just won $250.
I could probably buy a lot of lighters and stuff now.
Man. So yeah, man. So yeah, that was fun. But where were we in the conversation? Oh, but by the way, anybody want to respond to Deacon? Anybody want to?
I mean, I agree with him. That story about his mother was very touching. You know,
It
losing a parent.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. You know,
Yeah,
I've lost a parent too, so my heart goes out to him.
I lost my dad, but I wasn't close to him. And I'll say this: I'm not sure, but were your mom and dad married and all that and together? And
they have been divorced. They've been divorced for a while, but I grew up with my parents together until I was maybe like 10.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because I would encourage everyone to have a relationship. If your mom and dad are separated, have a relationship with your parents outside of your mom or dad controlling the situation, because you don't know what's really going on. You know,
you don't,
because there's a lot of jealousy, hatred, vengeance. You know,
I went through a lot of my parents divorced like when I was 10, so I went through a lot of the custody battle, the hurt feelings between the divorce, you know, the fighting over the kids. So we went through all of that stuff. And my dad passed when I was like 21, so I had been, you know, just about 3 years shy of like child support, all that stuff. So I got a chance to just, you know, be just with him. You know what I mean? No money involved. Nobody has to live here, live there. And I thank God for the time that I had to spend with him before, you know, he called him home. But I agree with that 100%. And I agree. I think that marriage in the Black community is very important. And I encourage women and men who, if you can work it out, then to do that, because it's very important to the kids, you know, to grow up with both of their parents in the same house.
Right. Speaking of kids, how do you conceptualize having kids, being a professional athlete?
I'm gonna have some kids. I'm not into the whole like I'm not gonna not have kids because I fight. I haven't really figured out exactly where that's gonna go, but sometime before I'm like 32, 33, because you know after that you kind of run the risk of like high risk pregnancies, and I give myself a little bit of leeway because I'm Black, but you never know. So I definitely want to have kids before I'm like 32, 33 years old. But I want to be married first.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna be married first. I'm not having nobody's kid out here. You're
Yeah.
not getting that out of me, no.
No. Facts.
Yeah.
How is dating in boxing since we last spoke? Good, bad, or indifferent?
I guess I would say indifferent. I mean, it hasn't really been like my main focus at this time. I've really just been focused on, the new year, the new possibilities. I've pretty much started dating differently. I'm like, I have a few years left to myself, like in the grand scheme of things, and then it'll be about, my husband and my kids, and it won't just be about me anymore. So I might as well just take this time and really live it up to the fullest and be selfish with myself, sort of.
No, and hit your benchmarks, hit your goals.
Yeah, hit my goals, make the money I want to make before I have, I just want everything to be in place for the time. I feel like these next few years, just turned 28. The next few years are going to be me in preparation for having a family of my own.
Right, right. The did you have any New Year's resolutions?
I just want to see myself I want to excel in my career. I want to have, 4 to 5 fights this year. I want to fight for another belt. I want to grow, as in the people, my audience. I want my audience to be able to grow. I want people to be able to know what I'm about. I want to make a big strides financially this year. I just want to really set my life up and have different investments in different places and not just boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Are you big in stocks at all?
I'm not really big in stocks, but what I'm looking into getting into, and I have a really good friend that, is helping me with this, like real estate and stuff like that. I really would like to break that, financial gap, because one thing about my parents, when they were married, they had a brownstone and Bed-Stuy. Those are worth a lot of money now. We lost it through the divorce, so you end up losing things, when things don't necessarily work out. But my mother, she went on to buy another house. We live in East New York section of Brooklyn now. But she owns a 3-family, 10-bedroom house. And I look at her and I'm like, I'm proud of what you've done. And my father, before he passed, he had 2 houses in Florida. So real estate has always been a big thing in my family. They've owned a lot of homes together and apart. So I would like to continue that with my brothers and continue to invest in that and make my properties work for me instead of the other way around.
Kyle, you was about to add to that?
No, I'm just listening, man. I'm listening to it,
Oh, yeah, because I'm on this anti-nigga chain campaign. You know what I mean?
For real?
Yeah, he wants to buy a nigga
ignorant nigga.
Ignorant nigga chain. I'm trying to you know what I mean? I went through that.
I got half of it here.
And it's not it's such a dumb investment. You know what I mean? The person isn't dumb. The person just, but the investment.
I hate it. He has a Rolex, right? He knows I want to buy a Rolex.
Okay.
He has like 3 of them. Now, if he didn't want me to buy one so bad, he would just give me what he got.
Right. Okay. I see logic behind that.
I mean, that sounds logical in a utopic world.
Right.
But yeah, but no. But yeah, I property saved my life. Property investments. Had a great friend who taught me the property game, and I haven't looked back since. It was financially, it was I just couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's and it's something I can actually tangibly hand to my kids, and
yeah, absolutely.
And they be and they can live their lives,
This is my year of ignorant nigga shit. But next year I'm doing my investing.
Okay.
Next year. That sounds so retarded, right? That sounds so.
I think he started the ignorant nigga shit already. So
yeah. Hey, you haven't been here. So a one-armed guy named Hook stole his car.
Okay. I don't even know where to begin with that story. So
so let me tell you.
Tell it.
So I bought a car in Arizona, and it was getting shipped from Arizona to here. They gave my car to the wrong person. And now they said that the guy they gave it to was a dude named Hook. And he only got one arm. I'm like, how the hell did y'all give a 1969 drop Cougar to a one-armed nigga named Hook? So now I'm just waiting on the insurance company right now. But
filing a claim now and getting it
yeah,
figured
that's
out.
half the ignorant nigga shit that I'm about to buy is from that money. So
Sheesh, I'm sorry that happened to you. That sounds frustrating.
yeah.
I mean,
especially with Captain Hook, then taking your stuff.
She was fucking crazy, man. Because when the tow truck nigga told me that, I'm like, nigga, what?
Right.
I said, man, get the fuck out of here. And
Like,
then I tell the
like if
story.
y'all stole my car, I just say that. You don't gotta make up shit about a one arm, person coming out of nowhere and taking your stuff. Like
The police officer thought I was lying.
bizarre.
He thought I was bullshit.
It sounds bizarre.
He said a 1 hour dude named Hook. I said, bro, listen, dude. This is what the tow truck company told me. Right. And I'm saying to myself, like, y'all the police. If y'all can't find a 1 arm nigga in this small city, bro, come on, dude.
No, that was set up. That was a setup.
Yeah, that sounds like an inside job. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah.
99.9.
0.9. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 0.0.
So now I just gotta wait. That shit really pissed me off though, because man, that was on my vision board for last year was that Cougar.
Right.
Yeah, he
finally
saved up everything for the car. He did everything possible.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Have you been to Cali before, Aida?
Once. I've been there one time when I was like 23, I think, 24, one of those ages.
Was it for vacation or family or?
Yeah, it was a family vacation. Like it was one of the worst vacations I've ever been on though.
Worse?
Worse. Not because of the place, but it's because that was the last time I realized I can't vacation with my brothers and my mom anymore. Because that's how we went out there. I went out with my mom, my two brothers, and then my brothers ended up leaving me to go do a bunch of, boy stuff, looking for girls. But they had a friend out there, so I was kind of left with my mom. And I love my mom, but it was just like, that's not vacation vibes. You know what I mean? So I didn't have another girlfriend there for me to do stuff with her. So I ended up just staying in the hotel most of the time. It was pretty whack.
Oh, you gotta redo that. You gotta relive that.
Yeah, I gotta do something about that because I didn't like it. But I don't like the long flight to Cali. But besides that, I mean, it's warm, some palm trees. That sounds like my type of vibe.
Yeah.
You gotta do red eye flights.
So I can
do the red
sleep?
eye. You sleep through the whole thing. By the time you wake up, you already there.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Have you considered relocating because you enjoyed off season a lot?
Relocating. If I relocate, I have considered that, but maybe not for the next 2 years. I would want to relocate more so like when I'm looking for more of a family structure, like for myself. And I definitely getting real sick and tired of these cold ass winters we have here in New York because it's like it's ridiculous. Like I hibernate in the wintertime here. Like I barely go outside unless I have to. I don't go outside unless I have to. Like a party, anything like that, I'm not gonna go. Yes, I don't really go outside in wintertime. And I'm actually a winter baby, so it just does not work out well because I force myself to do things for my birthday every year, and I just don't like the cold. So I do see myself relocating soon. My brothers feel the same way. We want to get something that's like, because me and my brothers are like, we gang. You know what I mean? So we want to like not live with each other, but we want to live close to each other. So you're trying to work that out.
Yeah, because if you live like in Florida or maybe Los Angeles and maybe Vegas, I don't know. Vegas is pretty cold because it's a desert, so the cold air just sweeps through there. But I would say parts of Miami, parts of Florida, and definitely Los Angeles.
Yeah, I actually lived in Florida for about 9 months, and my brothers lived there they lived there for a few years, maybe their whole like high school year and a little bit more than that. So I always lived in New York, but I did move to Florida for a while, and I was there throughout the winter. And it wasn't the winter; it was warm. I like that, So
because it'll be easy to cut weight and do all that.
Yeah, much easier. Yeah, even running out there it's just better. Like we used to live inside of a gated community, so every morning I'd wake up and I would just run all the way to the clubhouse, which is about 3 miles, about 1.5 miles there, 1.5 miles back, and that was my morning. It didn't feel like I wasn't doing it so begrudgingly. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna go for a run. It's nice out, the sun is out, the palm trees, good scenery. Like I liked it so much better.
Running in New York is like between the people, the dog poop, the traffic,
the danger.
Oh, the danger. It's like, man, because I I run in Brooklyn a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, comparatively to me being there, I always run across the Brooklyn Bridge every time I go, and it's just it's not like LA, like a neighborhood. Well, because I run from Adams to the bridge, downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah,
it's just too much traffic, man. It's like
a lot of traffic.
Jesus Christ. LA, it's
and
like,
then as a woman, it's like you can't run after a certain hour. My mother is all like, up in arms. She's like, "No, it's too late." Because so me, when I'm training for a fight, and especially as the fight gets closer, I like to run at night because I like to run. I like to train, eat again for dinner, then go back outside and run and put like my suit on if I have to still cut weight because I want to cut weight, then take a shower, go to bed, and it helps me for the next day. I know that's like a whole calculation in my head, but that's how I help myself to cut weight. So when I'm doing it in New York, especially like, even if it's the summertime, but this the danger of being outside like that by myself. Cause my mother's like telling my brothers to go out with me. And then it's like, it becomes a whole ordeal when I just would like to just go outside, go on a distance run, come back home, go to bed, but it's not really, it doesn't turn out to be like that in New York. You really got to watch yourself.
Have you ever slept in your sauna suit?
I've never done that. And I don't think people have told me to do that. I won't be able to sleep like that. I hate. No, I work out 2 or 3 times a day in a sauna suit, but I will not go to sleep in it.
Really? Yeah, it's
I wouldn't be able to
sleep. Wake up wet as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to. I don't think I'll be able to even fall asleep like that.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about Earl Spence and Terence Crawford prior to Pastor
Tim Smith. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, Tim Smith. I was disappointed in what Tim Smith said, man. He said, well, it's not economically right now to do the fight. I'm like, the fans want the fight. What are you talking about? If the fans want the fight, they're going to pay for the fight. Give these people the fight, man, and stop being. I'm so fed up with these men in suits, man. I'm not, fed up will be the operative word. I'm just tired of them, man. All of them, man. And the fact that he said that, and he's costing Earl. Comments like that really helps me understand that they don't give 2 smacks about the fighters.
It's about the money.
You understand? Like how can you should be wanting this fight for Earl Spence. You should be, your language should be, man, we're going to do everything possible to make this fight. It's an important Earl Spence and his legacy. It means a lot to him. You don't come out and say it's not possible. No, you got to keep
right.
Oh man,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's why I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I banned that talk on my channel. I banned Earl Spence and Bud Crawford talk on my channel.
Oh yeah, I understand. I get it.
You can't say their names.
Yeah, I love it.
I get it.
I love it. But I did hear today that I don't believe it, but Canelo and Jamal Charlo.
I thought it was Caleb Plant.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that at all.
I'm fingers crossed because I want to see Canelo. I want to see Canelo like.
Challenge.
I want to see him. Yeah, and I like to see him fight a black fighter too.
I want to see. Yeah, has he fought a black? Yeah, he has he.
He hasn't fought a black fighter in a minute.
Since Trout and Laura. Yeah.
No, Jacobs.
Daniel Jacobs.
Danny? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was the one exception.
That's your boy. He didn't really want to win that fight. He was just like, did you see that look in Daniel Jacobs? That you spoke of with Caleb Plant?
I saw that fight the one time. I never saw it again, and it was a minute ago. But I will say that that fight wasn't he didn't have as much ferocity as he's had in when he fought Triple G.
Yeah, he was kind of casual, cool in that fight, man. It was like, don't do too much now. Don't risk it all now.
Yeah.
He was like the lucky person that he was basically Daniel Jacobs, and I say this respectfully. He was what Sean Porter was to PBC, what Daniel Jacobs is to DAZN. Like they use him for the big fights.
Oh, got it.
They know he's not going to win, but he's going to push him, and it's going to look good for TV. And and all that. And yeah, but he did date Angela Simmons though.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably his claim to fame. You know.
Yeah, he was posted on the Shade Room a few times.
That's a nice claim to fame, buddy.
Oh, what? He was in the Shade
Yeah,
Room? Really?
He
Okay.
was. Yeah.
You make the Shade Room. You.
He did.
Yeah,
He's
that's
doing something.
yeah. You definitely doing something. So March, you getting back in the ring in March. We about to wrap this up. You get back in the ring in March, and do you have a date or no? Not yet.
Nah, I don't have a date opponent, nothing yet. But I'm looking forward. I have to I have some things coming down the line at the end of January when it comes to this being cleared for medically with everything, and then after that we're good to go.
Before we go, Champion Heart want to be man, and then we'll get out of here. What's up, champ?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, no ring entrance.
You know what? My daughter is taking over the front part of the house, so I'm kind of in the back.
Oh no. The truth is, she does the cooking. Huh?
No, you crazy. You crazy. Aida, how you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm glad you came in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to catch you before you ran up out of here with your Spence hate. You know, I wanted to catch you. And I asked you a question. I'm trying to understand, how is Spence holding the fight up when he's unifying the belts? You know, when he gets done beating Yugas, he's coming to see Crawford. So
I don't know that he's coming to see Crawford after he does that.
You don't know that, or
I don't know that for a fact. I you know what it is? I think that, like I was saying before, I think that he's. Matter of fact, are you finished speaking? I'm sorry. Are you finished?
No, I mean, I don't know how you can say that when he said he wants to unify the belts. So he's got to come to see Crawford, since Crawford has a WBO. So why would you say he's not coming for Crawford after he beats Yugas?
I think in boxing these days, I think there have been a lot of ways where people have figured out ways to not do. And that's like the recurring theme that I'm seeing. I'm seeing people do what's strategically better financially. And, I don't really feel the fervor from Errol Spence's side. Like, I watched the interview where he was like, before all of this, he was like, I think it was DAZN was interviewing him. And he was like, well, look, he's like, what about the Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight? He was like, well, it all depends on the cut, the pay. We got to do 60-40 or 70-30. As soon as I heard 70-30, I was like, oh no, I don't think that doesn't sound like somebody that really wants to fight someone else to me. That sounds like this is more of like political, and I don't really want. There's obviously a political side of boxing, but that's not where the true boxing heart is. That's not where my heart is, on the political side. So I just didn't feel like, because whenever you hear Terence talk, he's talking about wanting to fight him regardless of anything. Like, he's not gonna take a 70-30 cut. Like, let's be, for real. Like, that's even disrespectful to even say. And to be clear, I like Errol. I just don't think that he wants that fight.
Okay, all right. Now I do agree with you. I don't really honestly think the fight's gonna happen, so I really don't even talk about it anymore, because I don't think it's gonna happen. I just want to give you a hard time, but but I don't think the fight's gonna. I think that's one that we're never gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna miss out on that one, or we're gonna see it when Terence is mad old. Like,
right? Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. There are fights that we missed out on that happened too late or didn't happen at all. And that changed up. But I just want to come in and give you a hard time.
Thank you.
Hey, Fred, did you watch the video?
Not yet. I am though.
Okay. All right. Cool.
What day this week? You want to do it Wednesday?
Yeah, that's cool. We can do that.
Let's do it Wednesday.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Cooking with the champ. God damn it.
Most definitely. All right. I'm out, man. Salute to you, brothers.
Bye.
All right,
have a good night.
All right. Take care.
I have a question.
Oh, what's up?
No, not you. I don't really care about you.
All
right. No, but well, that was funny.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I got my corny ass as humor sometimes. Would you be willing to do a dating show on this podcast?
A dating show?
Like because we always say we're gonna do it and we haven't done it yet. We
Okay.
always say we're gonna have 3 guys come in, maybe one at a time or together. I don't know how we'll do it. And we'll create a show out of it. I mean, they always want to do it.
They're gonna punk out.
Yeah,
Fred, they're gonna punk out, Fred.
Yeah, we say it all the time on the show.
No, Fred, remember what I did on my show?
Yeah, facts.
It was 54 people in the chat. And they was the same people that was on your channel talking about, how good this girl looked. And I said, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna open up the panel, let y'all come in and shoot your shot. Nobody shot that. They was too scared.
Man.
So Fred, I'm warning you right now. You do it, but they're scared. They're not gonna follow through.
Do it in the spirit. They're gonna do it in the spirit. Oh man.
I ain't gonna get no calls, and I'm gonna think I'm ugly. I'm like, damn, what happened? I thought I was number 1.
That's the problem. See, if you was ugly, they would have no problems coming on.
Okay.
Because they know that there is a great chance of rejection. See, that's the problem. Nobody wants to be rejected.
Nobody
you know what I'm saying? I'm shooting shots from half court. You know what I mean? If you miss, you miss.
Right.
But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's a fact.
No, see the trick with taking see I have a theory on taking shots, right? And it pertains to everything in life. People watching, say you take 100 shots at a woman, right? People watching and you only make 1, right? People watch say, damn, you the worst shooter ever. You come back the next day, you make 2. They like, you terrible. You come back the 3rd day, you make 3. They like, dude, you need to give this up. You are the worst ever. In my mind, I'm becoming a better shooter.
Yeah, progressively better. Yeah.
Every day, I'm getting better and better every day. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have a few days where you at 0. You know what I mean? Just keep shooting. Keep chucking that sucker up there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And yeah, authenticity works best at the end of the day. I think. You know what I mean? And you know, and I think a huge vernacular control. You know what helped me with women? Me being able to the vocabulary, my vocabulary, like my extensive vocabulary from reading so much as a kid. You know, I mean, whether it was the Bible, whether it was historical books, whether it was comic books or newspapers, like my vernacular and like you know, stuff like that, and authenticity too. But
nobody likes a dumb man, so I agree with that.
Yeah, dumb man. Facts. Dumb man. So, but yeah, so it was just a question that I posed to a lot of the women that come on this show, because when y'all not here, they want to do it. Oh man, we can do a dating show, Fred. I'm like, cool, let's do it.
Right.
And you know, so I don't know.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it or anything like that.
You don't have to go on a date with them. You don't have to go on a date. Maybe
I'm a hard critic. I'm a hard critic, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, you ain't coming.
One thing about it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to save no, you know.
Hey, we're gonna have to get Morris Chestnut in his prime, Shamar Moore in his prime.
If that's how you coming, if you coming like that, then yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
If you're not,
niggas in the chat, forget it.
Right? Yeah, nah. Like,
hey,
you gotta be bringing me something.
Man, she gonna be listening to Jaheim wearing her Timberland. God, it's gonna be a wrap. But yeah, it was fun having you in here. So this is again, I'm gonna say this is the only top 10 in boxing that matters. That matters and rewards the winner.
Yes.
Everybody else
like that.
I like that. Fighters got to pay for them belts.
Right.
Other podcasters, they just hit the list and that's it. We are the only podcast that pays the winner.
That's it.
Oh, congratulations. We totally appreciate you. You're the 3-time champion here. You're the 3-time champion here. Yeah. So you gotta come back. And when it gets close to fight, just shoot me a DM with the flyer and stuff like that, and feel free to come on at your leisure. And
and listen, we still got to get together on that mascot thing.
Oh, the mascot!
Oh, I forgot about the mascot. We do have to still get together on the mascot thing. We got to set something up.
Yeah,
and we probably got to do like a reel or something like that so we can post it.
Yeah.
What's the logo you go by? Because I can. Who's Storm boyfriend?
Who's Storm's? Black Panther, isn't he?
Might be like Gambit or somebody.
The regular Storm. Her partner was Black Panther. They dated for a while, like in the DC world, and then Stormborn, like from Game of Thrones. She was messing with her nephew, so that's not gonna work. But in the show, she was messing with her nephew. That's not gonna happen in reality. So she didn't really have she was dealing with a dude named she was married to like the king of
T'Challa?
indigenous people, the Dothraki, called Khal Drogo in the show Game of Thrones.
We'll Google it.
Oh, but you are she's a fan of ching 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 ching. What is that called?
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love anime. Yeah, I love anime.
Yeah. So they actually were married.
Hey, Fred, one of the best Halloween costumes. She had the Storm. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I watch all her stories.
Thank you.
It's like an Apple Jacks box. You know what I mean?
I was pissing my family off that day trying to get the perfect shot. It was cold, but I appreciate them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's love. We totally appreciate you coming in here. And tell your brothers, man, they're more than welcome to come on the show anytime. We supposed to set them up. We were supposed to set it up last time, but nothing happened, But
trust me, you know what? Especially since you guys just like really know boxing going, I'm gonna tell Justin because I know Justin has a mouthful to say about a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, January is
probably
boxing. Yeah, January.
Yeah, nothing really going on like that. So maybe he come on next week. I'll tell him about it.
Please, we'll love to have him. We'll love to have him.
Definitely. And congratulations.
And congratulations. The finest female boxer in the world is in the box.
Man, I didn't know I was number one. I appreciate that. My confidence now, you can't tell me nothing.
We seen the humble though on Instagram.
I try to be humble.
Yeah, I was like
the cockiness is behind the scenes. It's not for the public.
Oh man.
Well, I appreciate you guys. It's always a pleasure coming in and speaking to you guys about boxing.
It's all love. Yeah. It's all love. Hopefully we did right by female boxing. You did.
It was dope.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Hey,
by the way, my last question. Did they play Mr. Biggs for you a lot when you were younger?
Yeah.
Did you get that a lot?
I used to get that a lot, and I got a lot of like Miss Biggs, Miss Big, a lot of playing around with my last name type stuff. My dad was Mr. Big, so the Contagious had come out. I got all the Biggs jokes. Yes.
Facts.
I wanted my name I love my name now, but when I was younger, I wanted it to be something like, more like common, like Williams or something like. Now I'm like, I love that it's separate, because it's like a whole like legacy. But back then I wanted it to be something like Williams, Adams, Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're the female AB.
Yes, I am.
AB goes a long way in the boxing world.
It does. It does.
And your AB brother, he did
about beauty. See what I'm saying, Fred?
Oh, we got something. We got something here about beauty. Yeah.
I like the collaboration on that.
Yeah. See, and that's your mascot. Hall of Fame mascot. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. I really should be in the Hall of Fame in North Carolina. I've been in the newspaper more than basketball players and football players that went D1. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, for real?
Hell yeah! I was top dog around there.
He'll gladly show you too.
Nice.
He'll gladly DM it to you. He'll gladly.
You got to show your confidence in here too. Like I can't be the only cocky one.
Listen, I won. I lived a life 10 men could live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see him. He was a wrestler too.
Really?
He was a wrestler. He talked big cat. He talked cash shit too. He talked cash shit. Yeah.
One of my partners that I used to wrestle with, he's on a show called AEW. So he big time.
That's dope. Yeah,
That's
Kyle.
what's up. You gotta send me some of your stuff sometime so I can check it out.
I don't do shit no more but YouTube. But
Yeah, but if you have like any of your old stuff that like that you kept, yeah,
that'll be dope. That'll be dope.
yeah,
Yeah, Kyle's the man. Kyle's the man.
yeah.
Done lived 20 lives in 30 years. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. All right. Thank you for coming in the bar. Thanks for spending the
Okay.
evening with us. Thank you so much.
Yes, no problem, no problem. I'm gonna hit the hay now, try to get some sleep. It's like 12:30 over here.
It is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
All right, peace. Hiatus, beautiful, sweet science. Yeah.
Big Fred.
Yeah. And the winner is. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Man, well, you pulled it off, man.
Yeah, we did it. We got the number one stunner. Number one stunner. Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta do this every year, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do it every year. We definitely gonna do it every year. Definitely.
I ain't coughed all day, bro. As soon as I come on here, I'm coughing like a mug.
By the way, congratulations to you and your family. I saw the picture.
Oh, hold on real quick.
You got to bring her in. Yeah, congratulations, man. She graduated. Miss Davis graduated today, and she had her ceremony. Not only did she win, but the 49ers made the playoffs. I mean, San Francisco was just on fire. The first lady of San Francisco.
This is her summa cum laude. You know what I'm saying? Tassels.
That's what's up.
She was also the valedictorian. Shout out to my motherfucking wife, man. Let me tell you something, Fred.
Yes.
4 kids, worked a full-time job, and did place on the side, bro.
Wow.
And summa cum laude, in valedictorian of her class. She had a 4.0.
Wow.
The whole year. So
how long was this? How long was it?
A year.
Wow.
Yep.
And now she goes. Does she have a job already, or does she?
Well, still looking. COVID kind of shut shit down.
That's dope. And it's
but she gonna go back to school though, man. That girl, special.
And what did she graduate as?
Huh?
And what did she graduate as?
What you mean?
Like what program did she graduate in? Like,
oh, it's called Unitech College.
Yeah, and it is a medical assistant
program. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. And we watching in real time. We're literally watching the Cosbys in real time. Like we're watching. No, I'm dead ass. We literally watching y'all matriculate through. Like, I'm old already. Like, so I'm done. But like, we literally seeing y'all like in real time. I know we don't see her on camera, but we see y'all in real time growing and building family and traveling and in real time, dude. This is beautiful. Yeah, congratulations.
I mean, this girl is amazing, man. She allows me to do the shit that I want to do as it pertains to doing the documentaries, the flying to the fights. You know what I mean? And I get cares for a better business partner.
Yeah, no, you're right. And yeah, you got to wear many hats. And it's just beautiful to see. It's beautiful.
A lot of people like, oh, I talk to the boss. No. Business partner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. Business partner. Yeah. It's beautiful to see. It is. It is. I'll be honest. It's joy. 4 beautiful kids. That's why you're holding your son today. And I got all mushy and shit. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Man. She's a beast, man. And she cook her ass off too, Fred.
Yeah, so that sparked a lot of interest when you said that. It hit me last time, but I didn't really. I guess I got sidetracked with the conversation. But I'm like, we got to do something in the community out there. If she can cook, we got to do something in the summertime where it's cooler to travel.
So let me tell you.
We got to do something in the community. Maybe
she only doing personal orders. She said she ain't fucking with niggas like that. So basically, when she was doing it like heavy, people kept trying to tell her what they wanted to eat. Like if she was selling like ribs, they wanted her to sell chicken. She was selling seafood. You know what I'm saying? They wanted her to sell turkey wings. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she was just tired of dealing with niggas.
Well, I was thinking like a give back or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking. Like maybe
instead of gift baskets,
a give back, like a give back. So
yeah.
So we have $26.50 left in our church fund, in our building fund, Kyle. All right, we had 29, now we got $26.50. All right, so we got to keep track. So motherfuckers be like, Fred, rip. No, y'all timestamp this show. I ain't about to be no Frederick Dollar. No Creflo Dollar. You ain't about to give me all that shit.
What's the other nigga name in Houston? Joel Osteen. I'm waiting in the walls and shit.
Money in the wall, man. Yeah, and that's people hard earned tithes. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got people like us who work hard every day. No matter how much money we have, we still got to go to work every day to earn it. You get what I'm saying? Every day we get up and we got to earn an income. And this guy lives off of tithes and offerings, and he just abuses it. You know what I mean? It's just Fred Morrison. Yeah, Fred J. Morrison. Yeah, I'm you know what I mean? So we got $26.50 in the building fund, and it's good since we didn't give away no awards. Probably because none of our
you know what, Fred?
Yes.
I think we need to look at I probably spend a little bit more than money. So we start so when we do it awards show next year, give out a belt.
Yeah. I don't know where to get a belt though. We gotta
Google it, man.
Yeah, I know. We gotta Google it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do that.
And you put the Barbershop Conversations logo in the middle.
We'll gladly do that.
Man.
We'll gladly do that. And about the Umar Johnson. Nah, I ain't doing that. That's one thing I don't. My integrity won't let me steal a dime from nobody. I'm too afraid.
What?
My integrity won't let me steal a dime from nobody. Like I don't take free shit, nothing like that, because people always say, I did this for you. Nah, I did this for you. You wanted it. No, I didn't. I never asked you for nothing, sir. I promised you. You know, so
niggas always want to bring some shit up if they do something. Nobody ever just wants to do shit out of love. It's always like, man, remember I did that?
Yeah, facts. But I did learn something tonight about
listen, one half of the 80 nigga chain has been bought. So we're just waiting on the rest.
Man. You're gonna regret it and say, man, Fred was right. But it's cool. Huh? You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. And you gotta go through it. That's all. Live your great life. I'm not shit. I'm
be done this year, man. I'm be done though. Mm-hmm. But because once my kids get older, I ain't gonna have no money for myself. That's over. Dude, I ain't coughed all day, Fred. I ain't coughed all day until I got on the show, bro.
Mic check. There we go. I got a shortage in here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. Damn, we out of here at 9:45, Kyle. Damn, that's it. See, and we got to keep on sharing. I got to start saying in my videos that I do that we're coming on at 7:30 now.
Big Tank. His name is Will Hobbs.
Who's that?
That's my homeboy that made it big.
Good. Tell him to come on the show.
I'm trying to, man. You got to go through like.
That's cool. I respect that, but that's cool. We ain't got to go through those hoops.
You got to go. When they get to in them type of you got to go through like a PR person.
Wow. I'm just proud that we are the only podcast that rewards the winners of our top 10. I think that's beautiful. Everyone else just that's cool. And that's great. That's great. I'm not knocking them, but yeah.
Now listen, I don't want you niggas out there trying to copy our style neither.
Oh, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Nah, fuck all that, man. That's our shit.
Yeah, that's
I mean, don't get to Googling women now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I do want to get Mary McGee in now because I'm real interested in her being a foster child or anything like that. So if we can tag Mary McGee, I've never heard of her prior to Deacon coming on, but I'm real interested in her story now. So Deacon and everybody else, feel free to reach out to her. If she got like 5 or 10 tags, she'd be like, oh, what the hell is going on? But I would love to interview her in the next coming weeks, you know.
Yeah, I think we need because who have we had on the show?
From that top 10? All of them. I mean, we haven't interviewed none of them. We haven't interviewed Carissa, none of them. Aida's the only one we've interviewed on that 10.
Raquel Miller.
Oh, excuse me, Raquel Miller. We got to get her back on the show. You know what? I took her number down wrong, so I don't have her number. I got one number wrong, and when she told me, I didn't fix it in that moment, and so I don't have her number anymore. But I did have it. But her number is not hard to get. So
when Patty Dean take a break from being famous, man, see if she could help us out.
Yeah. She out there working, doing commercials and stuff, and she's SAG and after now, and she doing her bit. I spoke to her through text this weekend, and she's doing well, man. She's happy, and I wish her well. And it's hard being a single mom and, you know, doing this and doing that, and you got to earn a living. Her doing Pilates and all that. So I said, come back when you're ready. Come back when you're ready. She yeah. So
next year, Fred, I'm gonna be standing on the roof though.
I love that. Yeah. Hopefully
I'm gonna do a big flex next year, man. I'm getting my shit all together right now, man.
Hopefully I inspired somebody. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, man. I don't want to be the only one being the only one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm finna leverage all this shit.
Oh, that's what's up, Ernest. Tell Dante we said hello. He inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Tell him I said thank you. Tell him Frederick said thank you. Yeah, I'm forever indebted to him. You know, and but yeah. So I mean, we got fights this weekend. We got Joe Smith.
Oh shit! I gotta figure out a way to get out there.
For who?
I'm end up going.
I know we got. Almost ended the show without promoting Gary Russell. Gary Russell, January 22nd, Atlantic City. I will be glued to the tube. I got to figure out how to watch it, but that shouldn't be too hard. And so I will be watching that fight one way or the other, supporting Gary Russell. Atlantic City, 122-22. Hey, that has a ring to it. So I'm looking forward to watching Gary Russell.
Yeah. No live tonight.
Oh
man, my wife just graduated. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna kick it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Chill, do a little practicing, and then that's it, man.
Yeah. And Mark West, just send me his number or his email and we'll set it up. It'll be great to have Corey Spinks on. And I would love, we gotta get Mary McGee on the show. She said her mom, Deke said her mom died at 1 or 2.
I want 10?
10. I want to hear that story.
Fuck.
I want to hear. And now we come on at 10:30, so it's a little bit more hospitable.
Yeah. Shout out to Deacon. Before he went on that long rant, I want to shout him out and tell him thank you for helping us find this girl, because we thought she was trash.
Wow, didn't we ever?
And then when he sent us the Instagram,
it changed everything.
Changed the whole game.
Yeah.
Because what's her name? The one that fought Clarissa Shields?
Hannah Gabriels looked trash on Google.
Bro, we wasn't even gonna put her on a list, bro.
She went up to not on the list of number 6. Craziness, right? Craziness, right? And I do want to say, I mean, Clarissa Shields is a beautiful woman. I got a lot of slack. Where's Clarissa? You hating on? They said, here's the nerve. I got a DM or a comment, one of the two. You hating on black women? Huh? You ain't got Clarissa. I said, I'm confused. Like, what are you talking about?
The number 1 girl on our list is a dark-skinned woman.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. People find ways, man. And then they blaming me for the list. It was thousands of men in here all last week. We were going back and forth, and y'all was saying 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, and that's what we agreed upon. But
hold on, bro. Let me go to your page real quick and read this list off.
Read the comments. Read the comments.
Let me tell you how out of control these people are.
Go ahead. What they say?
This is why they're out of control, Fred. And this is why people need to get their cell phone snatched out their goddamn hand. Because every girl on it, one of them made it on the list by affirmative action.
Maricela Canelo. He's the only non-black person on the list, right?
There's only one.
Yeah, and that's not by. And this funny thing, we didn't even discriminate. We said, Hammer. Nah. Kyle said yes. Everybody said, Kyle, you crazy. So she didn't make the list. Jessica McCaskill. We I don't know. But she's looks.
So listen, Aida Biggs, dark skin. Latanya Jones, in the middle. Alicia Bumgard, light skinned. Raquel Miller, light skinned. Other girl, light skinned. Hannah Gabriel, light skinned. Mary McGee, dark skinned. I don't know how to say her name, but she Mexican or they're close. Other girl, Ali, Ramala Ali, and then Cecilia Burkis. So all these girls got some African qualities to them.
Yeah, I mean, we went through all of them. Like I didn't even think of bias, anything. Like I honestly was open to who cares, like just the top 10. I don't care if she's white, Mexican, black. Just put the top 10 most beautiful women in boxing and let's go through it. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about whether she was white, but because Fred is a fan of beautiful women. I'm just sitting here and tell you that Fred loves beautiful women, and that's just it. I'm not gonna lie to you and say if I'm looking at 3 women and the white woman is the most beautiful one, I'm not gonna say, well, I'm gonna say, yeah, she's the most beautiful one. It's not because I think lesser. I just think she's a. I think it's just I don't know. I think we go a little too far. I think it's more important to be honest. You know what I mean?
I can't look at the comments on my computer.
Oh, okay, no worries. It's not to look at. It's so good. Don't matter. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. But I'll tell you the truth, Big Fred. I appreciate you for sure. All these lessons all these gems that you be dropping on your channel, they don't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
They don't go unheard. They just on standby.
Hey, listen. Hey, I tell all my friends, I love you, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel. And when I give information, I don't hold you to the information. I don't say, nigga, I told you not to spend that $5. My ego might say it sometimes, but I don't really mean it. But I just give the information, and I don't say you're not less of a person because you didn't take my information. Like, you get what I'm saying? So that I don't go that route. I just give the information and let it go.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
I'm
gonna keep it solid with you.
Yeah.
My wife, she's like, what did Fred just say? Like
a woman always says that though. A woman will always keep it.
Listen, that's why I tagged her in the in that post that I tagged you in the other day when you dropped it, it was like the ignorant chain shit. Yeah. And I just cracked up laughing, man, because she was like, because we both follow you and shit like that. She be watching the show every now and again. So she was like,
yeah, she didn't. Superbad didn't make the list.
She was supposed to though.
Who was supposed to not make the list?
Yeah.
Nah, she didn't. Only person she could replace is Ramali Ali.
Or Marcel, what's her name?
Marisol. Yeah. Because when I looked at it, she wasn't on the list. When I scratched out and moved.
Hey, okay, Fred. Before we go, because I know it's getting late. Let's do a side by side.
Ooh.
More.
I can't do side by side.
No, I'm saying like go to hers and then go to hers.
Man, who cares? Who cares? Fuck it. Let's go. Who cares?
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, nigga.
No,
nigga.
I was this.
What?
I was
what
scissors.
Is that?
Scissors. Oh, you do it. Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear before
what kind of scissors is that, dog?
This scissors.
Man, hell no.
What was I then?
Man, hold on.
Gotcha. We ain't going.
That's bullshit.
You win tomorrow. You'll win tomorrow. You might win next time. You'll win next time. It's okay.
Hey, look. Once a politician, always a politician.
I got to start doing this with scissors, right? Right, I got to do that with scissors. I'm so used to doing this.
Man, what the fuck was that shit, dog?
It was scissors.
Hey, Fred, keep your foot on these niggas' necks and your feet on their roof. God damn it! You heard?
Yeah, heard. Shout out to Big Dog.
We ain't supervisors, nigga. We bosses.
We bosses.
In the words of the great philosopher DB Fred, play the song, Fred.
I got you. Appreciate you, Big Dog. Yeah, she didn't make the list for somehow. We actually.
Everybody said you cheated too. Nigga said, "What the hell is that?" Nigga was that a Pac-Man? Nigga did the Pac-Man?
Man. Hey. No.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Fred.
What's that?
That's 7:30.
You like it?
I like it.
It'll become nothing in a month.
It's the late show for me though. It's the late show though. You know what I mean?
It is the late show. We still late. We still got the late mindset. We ain't changing. But like it's 9:58 right now.
How many women on that list do you think saw that list?
I think all of them saw it. Because they gonna send it to their friends. Another one, Brother Cole. Champion Heart cheating. Now I ain't cheating. Highway man. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Andrew Charles. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just giving you my perspective. I'm just
on what?
On what I believe. I'm not saying it's the right. It's just what I believe.
I believe about what?
Oh, the videos I did. I did a lot of videos.
Man, nigga, them facts, nigga. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. Listen.
Don Juan DeMarco, Birdman, respect.
Listen, as ignorant as I want, the only thing that ain't true about that video is you didn't say ignorant nigga. You just said nigga chain. You gotta say ignorant nigga chain. You know what I mean?
Brother Father Nasi, appreciate you, big homie. Ricky Wine, Brother Cole. I totally appreciate you, K Sims, man. Hey, People Hernandez, like, man, it's too early.
Yeah. But hey, y'all, order these movies, man.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow we got Don Strozier coming in, and we gonna support Kyle. We gonna support her, so we coming in early. The crowd gonna pick up. We gonna stay with the crowd. Gonna pick up. We good. You know what I mean? And we gonna rock out. But and it's a good
Monday, man. We starting strong. We going all the way in from here on out. Today was just a special day. A special day. You know what I'm saying? I kick it with the wife, man, for today.
Oh man, it's all love, Deacon. I just read it. The devil is a lie. It's all love, Deacon. This is the one place where men can be men. If you're an atheist, come on the show. I actually was looking forward to the Chaotic Truth came in today, and I was looking forward to him responding to Aida, but he beamed out, man. Damn. Anyways, I love y'all. Appreciate you, Kyle. Congratulations on your movie. I'll drop the mic to People Hernandez. People Hernandez is like, he's asleep right now. He's like, man, I don't get up till 11. Love y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Appreciate y'all.
Big Fred.
Yeah.